I am ridiculously excited that we get to open the doors back up to the sanctuary and invite people to in-person worship on June 21st. So if you feel comfortable coming inside to the 8:30 or 11 o'clock worship services, come on in. You're going to hear more about the specifics about that in just a moment. But I also want to let you know that the online worship will continue. Some of you are out of state. You can keep participating. The worship online is going to be at 11 o'clock. If you have an underlying condition or you just don't quite feel safe yet being out in an indoor environment around other people, please continue to participate online. We also have some outdoor seating. We have a tent and we have some fans, and the speaker will project the service outside. So if you'd rather sit outdoors, many of you have heard that's a safer place to be. Or if you can't wear a face covering, you have a medical condition that makes that difficult, or you just would prefer not to, then you can have the outdoor seating area. So again, I welcome you back to in-person worship at Key West United Methodist Church.
Good morning, Jen. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Sandy.
We can't give you any hugs or shake your hand, but we're sending you a virtual hug so we can keep our social distancing. I see you're not wearing a mask today.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We have masks provided for you. We're asking everyone to wear a mask so we can all be safe in the church today. And sanitizer to sanitize your hands. While you're putting it on, I'll tell you that the pews have all been sanitized since the 8:30 service. Everything has been taken out of the pews, the hymnals, paper, the pens, so you don't have to touch anything. Also, we have no bulletin to give you, but everything will be on the overhead.
Okay.
So we're asking everyone to enter down the center aisle here.
Okay.
So if you follow me, I'll
Sure.
take you to your seat. Okay, Jen, if you follow me, we'll keep our social distancing. You'll notice the pews have tape on them.
Yes.
If there's a tape across, nobody will be sitting there to keep our social distancing. Where you see one tape, that's for a single person like yourself.
Okay.
So I'll ask you to sit in this pew. That's the first one we have with the single tape.
Should I go all the way down?
If you would like, it's
Okay.
your preference. And then the two pieces of tape are for couples, and where you see a lot of tape, that's for the family. Now on Communion Sunday, we have prepackaged elements that'll be on the chancel rail, and the ushers will direct you to come up row by row, pick up the elements, and go back to your seat. When everybody has them, Pastor will lead us in communion all together.
Great.
When the service is ended, we're asking everyone to exit on the side aisles, on this side or that side. As you exit, we'll start from the back. Pastor will lead us in that. Ushers will help. And offering baskets are at the end of the aisle. So if you brought an offering, you can drop it in the basket then. And also sanitize your hands if you wish. We're so glad you came, and we hope you come again.
Thank you.
So good to be together.
So good to see you and everyone else.
If you're like me, you probably want to know the why of things so you understand sort of why we're doing it. We certainly have done a lot of things to keep all of us safe during the services, and I'd like to explain a little bit why. This virus spreads mainly in the air. You mainly catch it where you inhale little tiny particles that contain virus. These particles are generally produced when we speak or laugh or cough or sneeze. and they go out into the air and hang out there quite a while. You might wonder why we're suggesting masks. You might say, well, I have a good immune system. I don't care if I get sick. It'll probably not be a bad deal. But the truth is that these masks don't do very much to protect the person who's wearing it. So why wear them? We wear it because 70% of the cases are spread, we believe, by people who don't know they're sick yet. They haven't shown any symptoms. And we also know that those little tiny particles are caught on their mask, so they won't spread it to you. So you are wearing a mask not to protect yourself very much, it helps a little bit, but mainly to protect me from getting it if you happen to be one of those silent carriers who hasn't shown symptoms yet. We believe very strongly that if 80% of the people wore that if 100% of the people wore masks, that we would reduce transmission by 80%, bringing the rate of new infections down low enough that the epidemic would burn out very quickly. So while we're here, we're doing several things to lessen your risk. One, of course, everybody else around you is wearing a mask to protect you. Airflow is really important. We're going to create a draft in the church by having an exhaust fan and an opening at the front by the altar, and this door will be open, so it'll create a draft to change the air so the virus particles won't be hanging around. And they'll also be filtered through the air conditioner filter so that they'll be replaced with filtered air or fresh outside air. The other thing that we have available for you that everybody knows about, of course, is hand sanitizer, because while most of it is airborne, if you do touch something that has the virus on it and touch your face or your eyes, then you're putting yourself at risk as well. So you avoid that problem by washing your hands for 20 seconds or using sanitizer. Sanitizer is just like washing your hands, same routine. It's not an instant thing like this. It's 20 seconds. You squirt enough so that it'll take at least 20 seconds to evaporate. You want to get the fingers, the front of the fingers, in between the fingers, the back of the hand, round and round, all about, and go over and over till you scrub every single part for 20 seconds. By then the sanitizer is all gone and you're free to come in and enjoy the service.